Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Criterion Connection. I'm Wade,
And I'm Joe.
and we're here to talk about Michael Mann's theatrical debut, 1981's Thief,
Yep.
starring James Caan. This movie actually, we weren't planned. This was not planned in our schedule of movies, but last week James Caan passed away. And this is a movie I've never seen before, but I hear so much about it, especially, people having the tributes, of course. He had the best street fight on cinema history with Godfather, the best street fight ever. Of course, Elf. People think about Elf and stuff like that. But everyone was talking about Thief. So I'm like, I gotta check out Thief. Let's do it this week. And we did it.
In honor of Mr. James Caan.
Of James Caan.
I think it might be one of his favorite movies that he's done, too.
Oh, yeah, probably, yeah. It also stars Tuesday Weld as Jesse. Stars James Belushi.
Yep. That's early in his career.
Yeah, and probably one of his best roles in cinema, because let's be real, he's not really the greatest.
He pulls it off when he needs to.
Yes, he'll pull off when he needs to, like Jingle All the Way.
K9 to 5.
And Twin Peaks, The Return. Who else was on this? Robert Prosky.
Mm-hmm.
And a cameo by Willie Nelson. Who actually, I think, how he was at, I was like, he could have been a decent actor if he's like, I'm not going to do music anymore.
He's done a couple movies.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't his first rodeo.
Yeah, and basically it's about James Caan's character, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
He is, he owns a bar.
Yep.
He owns a car dealership.
Yes, sir.
He also is the best damn safecracker in the city.
Yeah.
And he's a thief. There you go.
Yeah.
And basically he gets involved with
mob.
Not the mob, not the mafia.
A mob.
But like a mob.
Well, he's this is Chicago, right?
Yeah.
It could still be the mob.
Yeah. And then he just kind of gets involved in this web, and yeah, there's some jobs involved. There's he's planning his life. James Caan in this is cool.
So when I think of iconic James Caan roles, I don't immediately go to Godfather. This is the one I always go to because he's just so. It's he could have rivaled Steve McQueen for King of Cool, bro. Like, yeah, he's so great and just like. He's just got that swagger, and he just he may be indecisive. He may be pressured into certain decisions, but he goes all in on those decisions.
He's all good. In. Yeah. I did see some people saying, like, this is like Drive. I don't see it, because I could see little elements of like a slow thriller. Mm-hmm. But character-wise,
much more dynamic with James Caan.
Ryan Gosling's more quiet and calm and collected, while James Caan is, if you push him, he's going to push back. He's aggressive. He doesn't keep his mouth shut.
Right.
Especially when those corrupt cops are beating him up. He don't mince words. And he believes in himself, and he's not going to be pushed around.
He knows how good he is.
Yes.
And it's just a matter of weighing the decisions and figuring out kind of what his course of action is going to be, seeing what the other guy is going to do in certain situations.
He also loves pulling out that gun or showing off that gun and that belt loop. Yeah, he loves doing that.
But the movie. So another thing that is huge. I mean, it's Michael Mann, and this you get that early. Like, it's not polished, but you get the cool, sleek Michael Mann.
It's very sleek.
And you're like, oh, these shots.
It's proto, I know it's neo-noir, but it's also like proto-80s a little bit. Like,
it's exactly
81.
what it is.
It's like, but you can see stuff like, I could definitely see Scarface. Mm-hmm. Some tricks being taken from Scarface, from Thief. I can see it.
Yeah, it's so damn good.
Yeah.
And
we forgot another major character in the film.
The score?
Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream score. It's one of the best scores I've heard.
I want Tangerine Dream to, like, score my entire life.
Yeah. I mean, I bought some of the soundtracks of Tangerine Dream's done.
I think that's why people say Thief and Drive would be a good double feature because Drive has
the 80s score.
Oh god, what's the guy? I think it's like Kinski. I think his name is. I forget his name is.
Oh. I don't remember.
Yeah, basically whoever did the Drive soundtrack. But also Tangerine Dream. Basically, if you have Tangerine Dream, you're pretty much golden on score. Just golden.
Yeah, it's so good. But I just love, like, those great shots of him cracking the safe and the sparks. And it's so good that you could just put that on any highlight reel.
Yeah, it's
it's always a murder because it's so good.
Yeah,
and you're just like, man.
And it's good. It's good. Like, I think not just the camera work, but the camera, like the blocking, everything kind of works just perfect. The performance is great.
You know, and also the dedication to the craft. James Caan really learned how to crack those safes.
Yeah, I did see that in like I think it was like an interview I looked on YouTube for like research.
He had to get special permissions to do that. Because he legit learned how to crack in vaults and stuff.
That is amazing to me.
And he talks about in an interview. I'm sorry to go way too deep because I love Thief. I do. I really love this movie. He talks about how he showed up and they're like, "Hey, you need to crack this Richmond safe." And he's like, they give him a 200-pound magnetic drill, and he's like, "Crack it." And he does it, and he does it successfully, and they were shooting it the whole time.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, it's brilliant.
That's so good. Like, it's just...
Yeah.
It's got a nice little pace. It is 2 hours. 2 hours and 3 minutes around there. But, like, so I think it, like, you know, he tells Jesse 30-minute mark. Yeah. When he gets the offer from Leo, I believe the guy's name is.
It's well-paced.
It just really just starts going through, and then once we get to the third act, when
all hell starts breaking loose.
Basically the third act, I feel like it starts at the beach after the job,
the first job.
Yeah, and that's where everything just falls apart as it does in any crime drama. It just falls apart, and also at the end they just decided, okay, we're gonna have some good gore effects. Did they get the people who did, I forget who did it. Verhoeven's RoboCop. I forget who did the effects for that, but like
I think that was Rob Bottin.
I think. Did they get him to like do the squibs? Like, Jesus, when they shoot a certain character and he hits a van, just blood just hits that van. Like, oh my gosh,
if you've seen Heat and haven't seen Thief,
I've actually never seen Heat.
You know, or any Michael Mann movie, really. You gotta watch Thief. Thief is so good. It's where it all starts.
Yeah.
And another Godfather tie. Like, to me, it's like a microcosm of the story of Michael in The Godfather.
Oh.
Because it's a character who gets pulled down. And then,
just
gives in.
Pull you back in.
He gives in to what he knows he shouldn't be doing, but he's doing it to provide for a family, and keep him safe at the end.
Yeah,
because it's just like he knows, like he has the ability, and he knows he's a good thief, and he's like, all right, I built this solid, legitimate life with the car dealership, with the bar, and he's like, I built this, but I can easily do like a huge job.
Yeah,
and just kind of, instead of like working this hard to get this little bit, I could get a lot of it.
Yeah, he's a man that believes in himself.
And he decides, like, once the temptation's there, he decides to go in.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like with any mafia crime movie, once you get in,
you can't get it. It's hard to get out.
They don't want you to get out.
Yeah.
And that's what he wanted to do, but he realizes the rules aren't he didn't know the rules when he started playing the game.
Yeah, and we'll leave it at that. Yeah. No spoilers.
I don't want to give away.
You got to see the movie.
It's too good.
So, Joe, I mean, this is a tough question. I know it's the toughest question I ask every video. This is probably the toughest question you have to answer. Would you recommend this film?
Of course. I've recommended this film before, and I can't stop.
I literally told you the movie was going to be Thief, and you're like, love Thief, and that's all you said.
It's so good. The performances are great. You know, you don't have nobody really outshines the other.
Yeah,
It's just everybody putting together a great performance.
Yeah,
and Michael Mann on the helm, like. Great cinematography with him and whoever he uses as cinematographer.
Tangerine
Dream's killing it on the scores. The writing's top notch. It's one of those movies that gets lost, but like when people talk about it, I don't hear anything bad.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh man, that's a great film."
Everybody's like, "Oh hell yeah, that was great!" Like, it's great. It's a great film.
Yeah, I would also recommend the film. I'm a fan. I definitely, once they started the beginning of like the safe cracking with Tangerine Dream playing, I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm just in.
It's great.
I'm just in.
It's one of the great opening sequences.
It's one of the great opening sequences for any kind of like thriller, I think, or like action, crime kind of movie. So yeah, that's our thoughts on Thief. Let us know in the comment section below what you think about Thief. Is there another like crime thriller neo-noir film? I know there's plenty on the Criterion collection. I know there's a lot. Make suggestions for them.
It's a very popular genre.
Yeah, make some suggestions for them. Yeah, and like, subscribe, share this video and the channel, and follow us on Instagram, Condish Productions. So until then, I'm Wade.
And I'm still Joe.
And we will see you later.